Hey guys, Georgeazoid over here. So in the video that you're about to watch of the unboxing of the Dead by Daylight statue of the Wraith from Kotobukiya, I was revising it during editing and I realized I did not like the quality of the actual video itself. It just looked kind of blurry, it didn't look great, it didn't even look good, it was just better than nothing. And that's really what it was. So I went ahead and I upgraded my camera setup and things going forward will look a lot better. So I do hope that you offer me just a little bit of patience. I've left the video intact as it is because I can't relive the unboxing for the first time ever again. And I didn't want to put it back into the box and be like, oh, I've never opened this before. Ignore the fact that the tape is already cut. I'm sure somebody's already seen that before. I know I have. I don't want to be that person. So I wanted to keep the integrity of the unboxing intact. But at the end of the video, or towards the end of the video, I have already recorded me showing off the details of the statue and the box itself in higher fidelity. So it's going to look a lot better, but you'll get to be able to experience both my unboxing and also a great look at both of the items, the box and the statue. Once again, thank you. I promise going forward it's going to look a lot better, and we're going to continue to upgrade both my Twitch stream and the YouTube videos. So just hang tight as I get better at this over time. Again, thank you, and well, time for the video. Hey guys, Georgeazoid over here. I'll be doing an unboxing for you on this video. Now keep in mind, I did collect them all, or at least the ones from Kotobukiya. These are the Dead by Daylight statues. There's 3 of them so far. It's the Trapper, the Wraith, and the Hillbilly. Now, I actually already opened the Trapper some time ago. We're talking about months ago. This is before I decided to do YouTube videos. So I am sorry that I didn't actually do one for this guy right over here. But I did want to show him off just a little bit. Now, bear with me. My setup is only so amazing. And what I mean by that is that it's okay. But it gets the job done. And, you know, we got to start somewhere. So I am pretty happy about at least having somewhere to get started on. So that's the Trapper right over there. You can see the trap. You can see some of the details. The box is currently in another room. The princess is in another castle. This guy has he's got a little bit of a power belly there. You can kind of see it. But I don't want to spend too much time on this bad boy over here, because we're going to be unboxing the Wraith. Now, I want to move this guy right over here. Don't mind me. So here's the box. You can see it, and it's all its brightly lit glory right over here. It's actually the largest box of the 3. And honestly, all the boxes are pretty nice. I got both the Wraith and the Trapper from Sideshow Collectibles. And I actually got the Hillbilly off of GameStop. They were all pretty good prices. I really can't complain. I do like them. There is another run of Dead by Daylight statues. They're from Gecko, so G-E-C-C-O. Those are a lot more expensive, and although I genuinely wanted them, at the time I remained on the fence about purchasing it. And well, the first one they launched was the Wraith, and you know, back then especially, the Wraith was essentially my favorite killer. I really like the Wraith. It's just a very bare bones, bread and butter, straightforward killer. In this case, he does the most important thing, which is get you to the next chase. And that's really what the game is about, right? And you want to practice getting good at chases and stuff like that. And it's always great to start off with a killer that teaches you the basics of the game, and Wraith really is that killer. If you've avoided playing traditional M1 killers and you didn't really play them and you went straight for like a Huntress or a Nurse or let's say even a Blight, you're not gonna learn the looping mechanics, or at least the philosophy, if you will, of looping, because they play extremely differently, and you're not gonna really understand some of the ways around the loops themselves. And then on top of which, survivors are going to play differently depending on the killer too. And yeah, you can grow to eventually adapt, but I highly recommend always starting off with just a vanilla killer that you know, just your traditional M1 killer. So Wraith was that killer for me, just my favorite killer. I love the idea that I got into a chase relatively quickly. So I always wanted the statue. That statue did in fact sell out. It was like just under $400 for one of those statues. These are, I believe, $180 or less. I'll correct it in text if I am incorrect. But I got them all for less than 200, all three of them each for less than 200. Whereas one of them on the other brand was about 400. So I essentially got the trio for about the price, a little bit over the price of one of the regular ones. Now there is a genuine quality difference between these Kotobukiya statues and those Gecko statues. Those have like a higher look, like a higher fidelity to them. I don't know if that's the correct word, but you could see the details. They're better painted, there's more stuff to them, and I'm not saying these are bad in any way. I love them. I bought them for a reason. It's just, you know, you get what you paid for, right? We're talking about, you know, $150 plus statues, less than $200 statues versus a $400 statue. It's a clear difference. Anywho, so let's go ahead and open it. I did show you pretty much most of the box. Really love that part too, right? Like that looks fantastic. I love it. And then you didn't see this one right over here yet. So it's got the little opening right over there. All right, let's get to it. We'll be doing an unboxing for Hillbilly as well. I also picked up that statue and I have been holding off on opening them. First because of space, but now that we've set up my little content station over here, I'm actually going to be able to do a lot more stuff like this and be able to even present them, maybe rotate what I have over here on the outside or like what's back there, right? You can see there's a one-piece statue over there. Nowhere in the price category as all of these, but it, you know, it's one piece and I kind of dig it. That's just me. Anyway, I'm just gonna leave this right over here. We'll also be doing one for that, but I might actually do that one on stream. So here it is. See if I can yank it out without too much trouble. Ooh. So, a lot of people ask me what my favorite game is, and normally my answer is Final Fantasy VII or Mass Effect 2. Either or of those games are typically my favorite games, but the reality is like Dead by Daylight's in the top 3, 100%. I love this game. I put so many hours into it, and you know, through the good times and the bad, and I highly recommend that you take breaks when you feel really stressed out by the game and you're not really having fun anymore. I highly recommend those breaks. Let me see if this is taped up. It is in fact taped up. That's why I didn't close the knife yet. But I do recommend breaks. Take them when you need them. But this really is one of, if not my favorite game. Final Fantasy VII Remake would be the other one. I really love that game. I know everybody has like different opinions and you are entitled to them just as much as I'm entitled to considering it one of my favorite games ever. So here we are. We'll leave that over there so you can see it. This is the first time I have ever looked at this statue in person or even touched it for that matter. So let me make some space over here. Seems like I just need to attach the weapon, but there it is in all its glory. I love it. You can see the wailing bell right over there. You can see some crushed junk from Azeroth's wreckers. Autohaven even. You can see some like spurts of blood towards the bottom of the legs, so you know, the shins and below. The usual markings that Wraith has on his legs and his face as well. You can see that he has a little glint in his eye. Those little white glints that he have in his eye whenever you play with him, or play against him for that matter. So yeah, all we have to do is really just attach that arm. There's his pouches, excuse me. Let's pop them right over here. And I think this is it. Yeah, this is great. These have been like honestly pretty easy to assemble. I don't remember what I had to do for the trapper. I think it was just to put one of the arms, so the arm with the weapon, if I'm correct, and then just the trap. I think it was very similar to this one. But that's all I had to do. So let's yank that out. The weapon does jiggle a little bit, so it is in fact placed in there. It's not like molded in it. You know, it wasn't part of the molding. It does jiggle a little bit, so it was created separately somehow and attached separately somehow, but I guess they don't want people to break them. The weapon looks so cool, to be honest. I really like the look of it. You can see the blood splatter right over there at the top of Azeroth's skull. In case you guys don't know, lore-wise, the Wraith killed his boss because his boss did stuff that really, you know, you shouldn't do without consent. Kind of drove the Wraith crazy before he became the Wraith. And he murdered his boss and now wears his skull as part of his weapon, his spine even. So Wraith uses his boss as his weapon, which is kind of interesting. And actually, like, looking it over, like, you can kind of see that the head and spine do have like a believable size to it. You know, like I could believe that skull would fit, for example, the Wraith's head, and the spine would in fact fit to obviously an extent the torso of the Wraith. So I wonder if they did the proportions based on the Wraith as well. I think that's kind of interesting because I've always wondered that when I would play the game, would they do that? Is that a thing that they actually were concerned with? Because I've seen aspects of the game where certain furniture just didn't make sense, like the sizing of it. But here, you can tell that they actually made a believable proportion. Let me put that over there. Let's see if we can slot this bad boy. So it does have kind of like a shape to it. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a corner that's kind of like cut out. And that goes in a certain way into the shoulder. Let me make sure I'm doing it right. Just gotta feel your way in there. And then I'm always scared about pushing things in or pulling things out. I don't know my own strength sometimes, and I've had a pretty bad tendency of breaking things. So like right now I'm kind of pushing it in. It doesn't seem like it's going in, so maybe I'm not being forceful enough. This is one of those times where I'm trying to like figure out how forceful I'm supposed to be to get it in. And I could, yeah, I was gonna say, I could tell it's not all the way in. So this might take a little bit while I carefully address how much pressure I need to apply. I'm way stronger than I look sometimes, or if I do look, I've broken too much stuff just trying to like fit stuff in. I guess it's inside. Let me see. Because it's holding, don't get me wrong. No, yeah, you see, it just doesn't look right. Am I just putting it at the wrong... I might be putting it at the wrong angle. It's really hard to tell. Okay, you can kind of... I don't know if you can see it, but it's going in little by little. I've gotten it further. Again, I'm going to keep measuring my strength. I'm not going to push it extremely hard. I like being extra careful when dealing with things like this. So you're just gonna have to stare at my back for a little bit while I figure out an appropriate amount of pressure. I almost got it, it looks like. You can kind of heard a little like snap click there, and that sounds like I got it almost completely in place. And that's correct. I'm looking in, I only see a piece of it that's out. In fact, it might actually already be in, for that matter. It's just slightly off, I think. I don't know if I'm done yet. It's definitely in sufficiently to maintain itself and not fall off. I just don't know if it's already done or not. So again, I doubt most people will struggle with this. I am always being super careful because I just don't want to break things. See, I just did that, and now I don't know if I got it. Oh, okay, there we go. I think that was the last little bit of pressure I needed to apply. Okay, I think I got it, guys. I think I got it. I'm also trying not to, like, print up the statue too much. I try not to touch these things too much. It's basically almost completely in there. Okay. I feel like that's satisfactory. I think I can actually get it just a bit more. But there it is. Let me clean this up a little bit. That way we could just look at it in all its gorgeous glory. Yeah, I use the word gorgeous. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna pop that over here. It's one. And I'm gonna pop this one over here. Two. Accidentally hold that part of the lid in. Let me just be the somewhat perfectionist that I am, and there we go. Let me take one more gander at it just to make sure I feel pretty good about it. There is, I actually bought this lamp just for stuff like this, so that I can see how I'm working. Yeah, it looks good. It actually, I got it in. I think that last squeeze, I actually got that little like bit that I didn't finish. But there it is. The Wraith from Dead by Daylight. This statue, once again, is from Kotobukiya. I remember the first Kotobukiya statue I've ever, I was introduced to was actually Master Chief from Halo 3. That was on pre-order. I considered buying it, but then I saw the price. I was like, no. And this was before, I really came into an appreciation of this kind of stuff. Yeah, you can buy some, genuinely gorgeous action figures. I'm just gonna use gorgeous again, but some handsome looking action figures, like the stuff from Hot Toys front that also is on Sideshow Collectibles. I have a couple of those myself, and actually one of them will be unboxed as well. But there he is. His wailing bell, his stance, his weapon. I'm actually very happy with this one. Now, I will say on the Gecko statue, it's taller. So it's just a larger statue, a larger scale in general. It's got way more detail. And I honestly think this has excellent detail. If you look close, it's hard with this camera, of course. But you can see that this has excellent detail on it. And I encourage you to look up the pictures online as well. Let's show off his butt. There it is. Or whatever he's got there. And then you got the little Azeroth's junk pile right over there. So this part over here built up higher on the Gecko statue. Again, a $400 statue. I'm genuinely happy with this because I was able to actually complete the collection. And truth be told, if they release more of these statues in Kotobukiya, I'm just going to be buying them up and doing those unboxings for you. But I'm very happy with it. I hope you enjoyed this. We'll sit them next to the Trapper. What do you guys think? Here we go. Let's pop that there and grab Mr. Trapper. Good old Evan McMillan over here. And we'll put them together. You can see the entity blocked over here. I guess it's like a window vault or something like that from the shack. And there they are together. Wraith looks slightly taller, and I wouldn't say it's because of the base or the stand itself. They're about the same height. In fact, I'd argue that the Trapper's base is actually taller. So, yeah, Wraith is taller, confirmed. That makes sense. I'm pretty sure lore-wise, he's also taller as well. There we go. Just get a little bit more light for us. I'm gonna have to turn off that dimming feature there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We got Wraith, we got Trapper, the box, and that is the unboxing video. And here we are with better quality. Here's how the Wraith statue looks. You can actually see the details so much better now with this setup, which makes me very, very happy. I was hoping to provide this earlier for you guys. You kind of see the little bing bong up close. Let me see if I can get it to focus properly. I mean, you can see him. It's a hell of a shot when you think about it, right? It's a beautiful shot, actually. I just like how proportional the weapon looks. We talked about it before, but here it is. Let me see if I can get it to focus over here. Ooh, let there be light. I like that. Here's the base. you can actually see it a little bit better. All the blood and the wreckage. If you know the lore, then you know why there's blood. Why there's blood coming out of there. You can see all of his markings, the bandages, that like cloak that he likes to wear. That looks so much better, huh? Now you can actually get a great look of this beautiful, beautiful statue. I definitely love how it looks. And then maybe a better look of the box. What do you think? So this is the back side of the box. You can see kind of like the offerings. It'll show you all the different pieces. So the base, the weapon, the bell, how he looks fully stood up and, you know, zoomed in. Then you have this beautiful side right over here. This side's awesome, man. Honestly, like, I just love the way it looks. Has great potential for photo opportunities. How the box looks like, obviously a little bit messy. That gives you an idea. You have the usual loading screen logo. The company, in this case, is Kotobukiya. A little bit of the entity showing up here at the bottom. And then finally, the top part, pretty straightforward. It's supposed to look like one of the offerings. And there you have it. We'll do it to this side. I like this side. That side just looks... all right, we'll do it to this one. Just cover up all that mess back there. Not that it's messy, but there you go. The Wraith. Thank you for your patience. I just decided to turn on the diamond and set up a better feed for you guys so that you can enjoy how everything looks. Nice little like top down. All right, there it is. If you guys enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, follow, so on and so forth. I'm saying all of the things because I'm not just posting videos on YouTube. I'm also a Twitch streamer. I actually stream most nights of the week. I usually start by 11 p.m. Eastern time, as early as 9 p.m. Eastern time. So once 9 o'clock rolls around, somewhere between 10 and 11, I'm almost always on, but sometimes I come on early. We're going to be doing crafts on Thursday, so that's like building stuff like the Gundams that I have back here, maybe some Legos, there might be some coloring. I'm not some crazy artist or anything, but if you just want to chill, hang out with me, and talk to me, I enjoy the process of just working with my hands and relaxing. We have Drunk and or Phasmo Fridays as well, and again, I stream most nights of the week, so that's about like 5 to 6 times a week. I try to take one day off, but I recently did 14 days in a row, so you never know when I decide to go and do that as well. I do have a TikTok as well and an Instagram. Every single one of these things are Georgeazoid, so just look for Georgeazoid, hit that follow, and don't be afraid to find alternative ways of supporting this channel. I do appreciate your time. I'm glad that I was able to share this with you. I've also been dying to have it up. I've been looking for a way to do it, and this seems to be the way to go. So if you want to see more unboxings, or you have any comments or questions about these statues or anything else that has to do with me, Georgeazoid, just say, hey, Geo. Furiously type your question, your thoughts, concerns, etc., and I'll go ahead and do my best to respond to it. I will be looking at the pages and what have you. That's about it. I am going to go ahead and head out. I hope you have a great time. I'll be doing more unboxings, and we'll be doing Let's Plays and other stuff. But for now, I'm going to go. Always remember to be good, be great, be grand. Bye.